Angel Reese is legitimately bad at basketball, like god-awful. One of the worst coordinated players I've ever seen. Just throws shit up and prays. They're treating her like a...
Angel Reese's swagger, dazzling nil deals, viral popularity, and NCAA legend status were all evident when she entered the WNBA. However, everything changed tonight. Ree was benched by Rose coach Nola Henry in the fourth quarter due to poor decision-making during a 79-73 loss. Colleagues now claim that we are unemployed and that there is no longer any trust. What really took place in private? Let's get started.
I guess those bikini pics and half-naked videos that Angel Reese puts on social media, I guess that's not translating on television into ratings. Strange.
Reviving the Sky, doubling down on NIL, and penning LSU's championship glow, Angel Reese was the WNBA's greatest offseason headline. However, the honeymoon quickly ended in the first game under Coach Nola Henry.
When she got benched, the comeback was on. What does that tell?
Stat line: 5 turnovers, 10 points, and 14 rebounds. It seems honorable until you see the movie. Late decisions, missed layups, and no movement off the ball. Coach Henry had had enough.
The league is an unrivaled success, when the reality is, it's an unrivaled, huge, embarrassing failure.
The ball is called for by Cardoso. No pass, but Reyes runs chords. Cardoso rolls her eyes and gives the play a whispered command without turning to face her. When teammates begin using body language instead of words during a timeout, Cardoso pulls away when Rhea attempts to join the huddle. That is a tipping moment in the locker room.
Angel Reese was 3 of 7 from the field. Once again, cannot get to that 50% mark. 5 turnovers, 14 rebounds, 10 points, and a big, fat, juicy L. 79-73. Her
quick ball movement becomes obsolete, space vanishes, and Reese's possession stopped the attack. Cardoso drifted, making up for the chemical breakdown stay alive. Until Reese showed herself worthy, teammates began to avoid passes to her because they were risky.
Hell, that is. By the way, in case you're wondering, yes, Angel Reese is getting absolutely roasted. Her fans, though, her fans are out in droves. Seriously, they are celebrating this very mid that she actually made last night. They're trying to claim that this proves she's been in the gym. And congratulations, she hit it.
Do you recall Reese's venomous remarks after LSU's title, or when she referred to herself as the villain? On television, Stephen A. Smith declared her uncoachable. She established a brand, but sometimes businesses outgrow their niche. Additionally, this week under duress,
But Angel Reese was a mainstream celebrity. I mean, that's what the media keeps telling me, so how come Angel Reese consistently fails to draw?
respected for her discipline, Coach Nola Henry defended her choice. We required flexibility. Eyeballs, not execution, are what we got. When the court fails, this league doesn't pay for the buzz on social media. The team and Ree received the same message from that public benching.
Reese is not the mainstream draw that she thinks she...
The quiet continuity isn't all that Camila Cardoso is. Her chemistry is constant. She attracts defenders, plays with efficiency, and makes astute moves when she's rolling. Reese insists on privacy. Cardoso makes it. Additionally, coaches now accept the former less and dread the latter.
BC head coach Nola Henry. I know she's a very smart lady. She knows what she's doing. I think, there are some things she needs.
There's yet hope for Angel Ree. The youth energy elite is on the rise. However, every next game is a job audition since the coach's option year is quickly approaching. According to sources, Henry could look for a more dependable floor leader if she doesn't adjust quickly as coach.
He's absolutely delivering on that double-double. That's right. Points, rebounds, and of course, loss.
This was Reese's turning point, but her story is far from finished. Star first isolation or team first credibility? What are your thoughts? Should Chicago expect loyalty and growth, or continue to live up to the hype? Leave a comment below. Sign up for our upcoming Part 2 in-depth analysis.
The Roses team high 14 rebounds, 5 turnovers, 4 fouls, shot just 3 of 7 from the field, 42%, got benched for most of the
With dazzling marketing deals, limitless publicity, and a reputation as the face of the Chicago Sky, Angel Reese blasted into the WNBA as collegiate royalty. However, in the fourth quarter of tonight's game, Rose coach Nola Henry benched her. The reason for this is because Reese lost command of the court and her players. Is a breakdown, not just a benching.
She's a below-average passer. She's a terrible passer. But she's trying. You can see, like, her vision's there. Like, you can see what passes she's trying to make, but she just didn't make.
Record nil deals, viral fame, and draft night glory. Ree had everything. However, under Nola Henry, the ideal quickly fell apart in the season opener. Sluggish decision-making, harsh spacing, and no rhythm.
One of the few, maybe the only one I could tell that looks this way on the court, just like out of place playing a game they've been playing.
On paper, despite Reese's 10 points and 14 rebounds, the stats were disastrous. No assists, 5 mistakes, and team sagging off her. Coach Henry perceived a burden rather than a key member of the team.
Turnovers, fouls, it was a disaster. Oh, for everything, as one person pointed out. In the fourth,
the ball was called for by Cardoso. Reese stopped. Cardoso gave an eye roll. She then turned her back during the timeout. Leadership was that quiet disc. Ree also just lost a colleague.
And of course, Aaliyah Boston plays for the Indiana Fever. Boston, she didn't have a great game either, to be honest with you. She didn't. So, Angel Reese went to doing some bragging last night. Growth of what? Missed layups. Yeah, her posting this, it back.
Since LSU, Reese has been called a villain. She received criticism for her aggressiveness and attitude in the WNBA, but she never tacked. She was deemed uncoachable by Stephen A. Her heartfelt messages to her former coach are now accompanied by a coach option hanging over her head. Weatherspoon just highlights a lack of commitment to one's career.
You always have to deal with locker room issues. That's just...
There is some uncertainty about Angel's rookie contract. Each game is a tryout. Caitlin Clark, however, is still in control of the WNBA in terms of sponsorships and victories. Ree will need to change quickly if she wants to remain relevant.
Once again, guys, looking like a baby deer or a baby giraffe out there. I cannot believe that somebody that looks this uncoordinated is a professional athlete. It's shocking to me.
Caitlin Clark is your only draw. Credit where credit is due. Caitlin Clark made a brilliant decision by refusing to join this dump. TNT begged her. I mean, they begged her. Unrivaled offered Caitlin Clark over $1 million for 2 months.
Just not adapting? Or is it a flawed system? See how seasoned coach Henry takes care of her top selections or cleans the home. Tell us. Leave a comment below. Is the show over or should she stay? Coach Nola Henry has publicly benched Angel Reese, who was previously the future of the Chicago Sky Club, in what sources describe as one of the most surprising and humiliating benchings in recent WNBA history. After an explosive string of on-court events, locker room arguments, and what insiders say was a developing attitude issue that Coach Henry could no longer stand, everything fell apart. Ree was supposed to be the focal point of the Sky reconstruction since she made her league debut with much excitement because of her viral LSU run and fearless demeanor. Instead, she was publicly lambasted for her poor performance under pressure, found herself at odds with teammates like Camila Cardoso, and was shown on camera neglecting plays, shouting at teammates, and dismissing assistant coaches during timeouts. The last straw, according to reports, was when Coach Henry withdrew her in the third quarter and never brought her back in after yet another poor defensive rotation that exposed her squad. The result was complete anarchy. Visibly irritated, Ree sat on the end of the bench and avoided talking to staff or teammates. Coach Henry didn't hold back after the game. She said, "We're here to win basketball games," in a post-game news conference that has since gone viral. "This is not a show for a brand. You're out if you're not locked in." Social media was rocked by that comment alone, which many saw as a direct jab at Angel Reese's well-known media image. Ree was taken out of the air for the following 2 games, according to subsequent confirmation from insiders. All indications suggest a discreet disciplinary measure, even if the club hasn't used the term suspension. Her former supporters now seem split. While some criticize her for putting popularity above principles, others support her, arguing that she is misunderstood. Even worse, there are already rumors that Coach Henry could be pushing to trade or cut Ree before the end of the season, even though she is only a rookie. That would be one of the WNBA's most rapid ascents and cruelest declines in recent history. After claiming to be the bad guy in women's basketball, Angel Reese could have just created her own doomsday story.